Hello, my name is Ellie. I'm so happy to be here with you today and talk about how that you can have an abundant life. I have such an abundant life. I live luxuriously and I have an abundance of all of the things that I've ever wanted. There is a clear path, a clear point in my life where this all began to happen for me. It was the moment that I finally had awareness that I was the creator of my own life through my perception, through the thoughts that I had, through what I chose to focus on in every given moment. And the power I had in my ability to focus on what I chose to focus on, to redirect and change my thoughts, and to think thoughts that I wanted to think, and therefore to feel feelings I wanted to feel. I began to consciously redirect my thoughts. Where I was before and where many people are is we're constantly scanning for problems, we're focusing on the lack, focusing on the things that we want but don't have, and that is the lack frequency. When we begin to change what we focus on in any given moment to whatever is good in the moment. Now, this isn't about bypassing feelings. I'm going to get into that in a few minutes. But in any given moment, you can focus on something good or something bad. You are getting into a habit where you are thinking the same thoughts you thought yesterday. So what was happening to me and what happens to so many people is we get stuck on this loop of focusing on negative things, just focusing on things that don't make us feel good. And there's always something that we can choose to focus on that will make us feel good. That is a positive thing. So I'm going to give you some really real life examples about that time in my life when everything started to change for me. I was living in a living room. I didn't have a room. I didn't have a door I could close with my ex. The relationship had fallen apart, but I was sort of in this place where I didn't believe that I was capable of living on my own. So I'm living in this living room. It's definitely not an ideal situation. And once I had awareness to how powerful I was, I started to consciously focus on good things. So where I was living, I was able to walk right outside and step onto the grass and lay on the grass and look up at the sky, and there were beautiful trees. And I would go out each day and just pour my gratitude into the earth. I would pour my gratitude up at the sky. I would thank the sun for its life-giving energy, for its delicate warmth on my body, even though it was millions of miles away. I began to look around me consciously, continuously, all day long about what was the abundance I already had around me. And I would acknowledge this abundance all day long. Thank you for this food. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful, wonderful, good tasting food. Thank you for my clothes. Thank you for my car. I would focus on the abundance that I had all around me. And we can easily miss this abundance. I was living in a situation that was not ideal, but instead of thinking about how it wasn't ideal, I thought, this is a place. I have a roof over my head. I have this comfortable bed. I have this space now. I had this little nook that I could decorate and set up the way I liked. And I focused on that, how wonderful it was to have that. And as I began to do this, as I began to continuously all day long have awareness that I could choose how I was thinking right now, and therefore how I was feeling, just by what I was focusing on. And the more I focused on all the abundance that I had, the more awareness came into more things that I had, that I had an abundance of. And after a little while, I started to draw more abundance in. All kinds of wonderful things happened to me. I got this beautiful new apartment on my own, and it was amazing. There were so many things like this that just aligned for me. I began to draw abundance into my life, and the better it gets, the better it gets. The more that I did this, the continuous abundance was drawn into my life in the forms of not just money, but opportunities, being in the right place at the right time. All kinds of material things were coming in. So much love. the more that I focused on love and opened my heart up to love and was being in love, that is my natural state of being now, is to be in love and to be in abundance, to be satisfied. This is my natural way of being, and it wasn't always that way. I started off, like most of us, with a very negative mindset, just always focusing on the negative things in the day. And now it's my natural way of being, to be abundant, to be satisfied, to be grateful, to be happy and excited and in love with life. This is my natural state of being. This is how I'm being because I changed the way I was thinking consciously. I understood that power that I had to change my life, starting with my thoughts and my beliefs. Therefore, changing my emotions that I felt and changing the actions I took based on my thoughts and emotions. We are powerful creators of our life just based on our beliefs, based on our thoughts, what we choose to focus on and think about. We are not our thoughts. We are the being experiencing our thoughts, and we should not believe every thought that comes in. We should challenge those thoughts. We should know that thoughts are energy, and when a thought comes in, you don't have to accept it as truth. You don't have to even interact with it. You can have a thought like, I'm not good enough, and you can observe that thought and decide that it isn't true, and you can let it go. If you don't interact with it, if you don't entertain that thought, you don't feed it, it can go away. And you can decide to have a new thought. I am worthy. I am good enough. I am good enough because we are all good enough. We are all worthy. We are all human. And that's the other thing. Many of us really try to bypass this humanness that we have. We don't want to be human. We don't want to have human emotions. But we do. We are here to be humans, to experience the full spectrum of emotions and experiences, and to learn to unconditionally love ourselves for being human. This is such a great opportunity that we all have here on earth to choose the outcome of our life by our thoughts, by what we focus on. I am so happy to be alive. The abundance that I've created in my life is awe-inspiring. I wake up every day and I am just so grateful for so many things. And it all started with just drawing my focus and attention to the abundance I already had, for being abundant, by that being my starting point, just to look around and see the good. And I wanted to just address that. I'm not talking about solely positive thinking, where if you are feeling a denser emotion like anger or pain, it isn't that you bury it. No. You feel it, fully feel it, and accept that right now I'm feeling pain. But be careful with the story, because nothing has inherent meaning until you give it meaning. So whenever something happens, what is really causing us suffering is the meaning, what we are telling ourselves about what happened. So understand that goes back to the fact that you are not your thoughts. You do not have to believe every thought that you have, and you can take control by changing the meaning that you are giving things. Asking yourself, is there another way I can see this? We are not victims. We are powerful, divine beings having a human experience. And you can create abundance in your life by acknowledging the abundance that you already have, pouring gratitude into those things, and being abundant. That is your natural state of being. You are capable of drawing in all the abundance that you like into your life. You are powerful. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm so happy to be here on earth. And I hope that this video will plant a seed of abundance for you. You are worthy of abundance. You are capable of abundance. Simply start by just bringing awareness to all of the abundance that you already have in your life and choosing to continuously look for those abundant things in your life and focus on those things. Not bypassing your pain. When you feel pain, allow yourself to feel that pain without the story. And then after you feel that pain, go right back into seeking the abundance all around you. And you will draw more abundance into your life. I wish you so much luck on your journey. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will love to connect with you soon. Thank you.